Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Kirby Superstar. Last we left off, we actually took down Meta Knight, which I found it actually much more difficult. I don't know if it's because I'm wearing this mask over my face or what, but anyway, moving right along and not wanting to waste any time, we have the last main game of this series called Milkyway Wishes. Difficulty 5 stars. Clear rate 0%. Help, you must stop the sun and moon from fighting. Now, I'm not sure if the sun and moon are different from Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright. I assume so because, well, I mean, Milky Way wishes. Okay, so let's, oh, it's the Dream Fountain. One day in the year, I don't know, the sun and moon fought day and night. Or night and day. Hey. Can you make peace between the sun and moon? You need to ask the giant comet Nova for help. But first, there's something we must do. To ask Nova, we must gather power from all the stars around us. It will be difficult, Kirby, but you can do it. We're counting on you. Good luck. So, I'm not entirely sure if Nova is just like supposed to be good or not inherently good, or like a monkey's paw type of wish granter or whatever. But I mean, if this being the first time we've seen the Galactic Nova, I mean, I guess I'd be pretty upset with Kirby too if our first encounter was less than stellar. Is this your first time playing Milky Way Wishes? No, but you'll probably explain to me the gist anyway. Find the deluxe copy ability characters and you'll be able to use those abilities forever. So the thing about this game is that you can't copy enemy abilities just by inhaling them. You gotta actually find the deluxe items. Now in the DS port or Superstar Ultra, this starry background is actually much less detailed. And a secret planet, yes, a secret planet, actually stands out more like a sore thumb in the DS port. In this version, you gotta look real careful. So you see all these little tiny stars in the background. Only one of them, however, is sparkling. And that planet is somewhere around here. I'm actually wearing a mask, so it's a little hard for me to see. I think it's... maybe it's this one down here? No? I think it's this one right here? No? Well, what about this one? Yep, it's this one. This is a very tiny planet. And the ability you get from this planet is, well, the copy ability. No, I'm not kidding. It's called copy. Crash is probably the only ability you can actually get. Well, he stole it, but... and there we go. Okay, so unfortunately, even if you know where Nova will appear, you have to actually beat all the planets. So I'm going to go in the intended order by starting up here. So yeah, copy. Copy enemies' abilities without fighting. The helper will also be able to copy abilities. Analyze Beam or Sneaky Hand if you're the helper. Can copy an enemy's ability. The helper can dump a copy ability by pressing A. So effectively, you can make the second player like Kirby without actually being Kirby. Anyway. Okay, so Floria. The gimmick with this planet is that each time you go through the door, you'll shuffle through the seasons. In Star Allies, this planet basically is more simply just the time of day that you shift between. Actually, I think I want to go to winter. Or am I thinking a little too far ahead? Okay, so now we can use ice whenever we want to. Alright, now we can use Cutter whenever we want. Oh, pressing X, you can shift between the abilities. Just stick with Fighter for now. Or you can use the pause menu, either way. Most planets have 3, some will only have 2. And the copy planet only had the 1, so... So we're actually done here. The DS port makes it a point to allow you to actually be able to tell. Not exactly fire, but it works. Parasol. Not sure if that led to an ability or not. Hoping not. I think that's all three for this area. Nope, not that way. Oh, this guy again? next one? No, actually, this planet's not actually sparkling, is it? Hmm. Damn it. Enemies respawn, don't they? Don't upset me now. Alright, this one's like the maze one. No, that one's the exit. Here we go. next planet. Okay, so one of the abilities here, you have to actually get an invincibility candy and actually travel through the magma. If memory serves, I don't think there's anything in there. I didn't say to get hit. Guess I'll take it. Oh, it's operating. They're operating on Boo logic. That chameleon boss, by the way, was in the Fortress of Great Cave Offensive. Okay. Alright, game's practically over now. I just gotta find the way out. Oh, now I remember. Yeah. Actually, I think there's a switch up here, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. And it's a stone. Well, that was short-lived. take it. No, that's the exit. All right. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the penultimate area. I think there's only like 2 abilities here. I know. Whoa, that was close. Oh, I found them all. Wasn't expecting to do this in first go around. In fact, as a kid, I think I actually did miss the copy one, so... The witch appears. 100 damage given to the witch. Fire spell. Bonkers is hurt. Witch is defeated. The evil knight appears. In the DS remake, they give these monsters a "you defeated me" animation or frame. And there it is, the Nova Comet. Its first appearance. Ready. I will grant you one wish. Well, I want to control Popstar. Okay, 3, 2, 1, blast off. Looks like we gotta stop Nova. Oh, I guess you can't go back. I guess once you activate Nova, you can't go back to these other planets. Alright. Thought you could. My apologies. Okay, so you are in the starship. Huh? Into the heart of Nova in order to stop Marcus's evil plan to take over Dreamland. Yeah, so unfortunately, as much of a shmup as this is, you don't really have much for an attack, and no, there are no upgrade capsules. It's not like Gradius or R-Type. Oh, can't accept that. I guess you need more. I guess you're not as durable in this fight as the game would lead you to believe. Because, I mean, with that last turret there, I mean, with as close as it is to the ground, you almost have to get hit there. And there we go. And I believe this is also the first instance of Kirby's house. Something with which they would later borrow as a design concept for Kirby Right Back At Ya anime. You know, come to think of it, the DS version actually upgrades the sprites to be a little bit more reflected of that of the anime, especially Dynablade's design. And, you know, the hitboxes, I swear, are much more forgiving in the DS port, but not really sure. So, yeah, I mean, overall, this game, you know, I had a blast renting it time and again on, you know, from our local supermarket. They always had, like, this small video section, and they had this gimmick where, like, you put a quarter in, like, this gumball machine, right? And if you get one that had the word winner plastered on it, you basically get a free rental, right? Well, that was all well and good, but see, the video store section of the store had, like, this giant gumball machine, and yet there was this much smaller gumball machine also with winners in it, which, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I think there was, like, more winners in there, in that small machine than the large one. But I mean, they never really enforced it, but I think the small gumball machine was more for people who actually went into the restaurant section of the store. I mean, it was a great place to go get a breakfast, you know. It wasn't anything too fancy, but, you know, you get, like, an egg patty or some scrambled eggs, toast, maybe some pancakes if they had any. You know, I mean, I guess I'm a sucker for toast points, I guess. Or, like, there's certain types of toast and certain types of butter that just sit well with me, you know? But that's just me. So there's an instance of Mario appearing. Now, you think this game is over? Well, no, there's actually one more mode that unlocks after beating the main games. And that's called the Arena. Now, I've already... Yeah, as evidenced there, it says there's more. So, yeah, the Arena. Basically, difficulty 5 stars. It's the final challenge in the toughest battle yet. The Pink Wonder faces his strongest enemies. So basically, you just fight all the bosses back to back. So anyway, I think we'll call this an episode here. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.